So Tom, you've never directly edited the Amazing title, but you do edit a fairly popular comic book that has Spider-Man as a major character.
I've edited many very popular.
You've edited many, but this one specifically has Spider-Man in it. The decision to put in New Avengers, Spider-Man, I imagine that was kind of a big deal at the time. Could you tell us a little bit about what the process was there? Were there any big fights over getting him in there?
There was plenty of arguing about it, and honestly, I was on the other side. I was on the don't put Spider-Man in the Avengers side.
How come?
Which shows you what I know.
What was your big argument against putting him in there?
The argument for, I mean, where we got to was we had one of our periodic editorial retreats where all the editors and a bunch of our key creators get together to map out the next year or year and a half and take a look at things, what's working, what's not working, what worked better, what new ideas are there. And at some point, in this particular year, we were going down the various franchises and trying to kind of define for ourselves. We had a new publisher and some other new people at a high level. What's this about? What's this really supposed to be? When you strip away all the barnacles and history and continuity and whatever, what is the idea of these books? And we came to Avengers, and the conversation, turned sort of naturally to what is Avengers about. In its most primary basic state, it's all the best superheroes together in one comic book. All your favorite heroes, all the biggest guys. It's your bargain bang for a buck. You get all the guys in one book. And at the time, the Avengers had a decent lineup of characters, but not necessarily the biggest or most popular characters in the field. And so it was, I think, Mark Miller who first said, I understand when I was growing up in Scotland, I wanted them all to be, why can't this be Spider-Man and Wolverine and the Thing and all the best characters in one comic book? And so that just kind of sparked the debate and sparked the conversation about turning over Avengers and turning it into New Avengers and kind of bringing some, if not all, of those characters in and refocusing it on that kind of a dynamic.
Had that ever come up before? Sorry to take
Sure.
But like when you guys were there, had it ever been talked about? Did we put Spidey in the Avengers for a little bit?
Yeah, that kind of works.
He's been in the Avengers for much briefer periods.
Yeah.
There wasn't he in the 80s?
He was in an issue. He was in an issue or two.
He was in way back in the 60s in an issue or two, but then in the 80s.
No, in the 80s it was an issue or two.
Okay.
It was literally an issue or two, and then I think.
Here's the thing: he's a loner. He doesn't play well with others.
And that's why he starred in Marvel Team Up.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
He doesn't do well with more than one other. He gets confused easily.